God, give me the confidence of mediocre white women, please. Look at how dainty and petite. How dainty and petite am I? Wow. Apparently, we have not spent any time with Grok, because Grok can actually capture human racism perfectly. Don't yourself, you're too sexy. Don't, bro. Don't, for me. LEADHEAD has blessed us with content, you guys. This video is titled, "You're an Artist." Well, we actually need to get the thumbnail of this video because that's kind of like the hook, if you ask me. That's kind of the hook. But you can see here the thumbnail says, "This is a video essay about Joe Rogan's soul." I'm sure that we're going to have really good takes here, guys. I'm sure that these takes are going to be really, 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 really good. Well, yes, I am talking about Excision's Thunderdome. Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about, JJ. And nosebleed seats for the 5, funding my transphobia. Thank you so much, everybody. Witness, please. So you guys decide what you want to do. Let's go ahead and lock in here. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because, no, it's my volume that's high. It's my volume that's high. Okay, this is a first-time watch, guys. No, that's not what I wanted. I want this. Thank you. Okay. Or can I make it full screen? Ah, there we go. Well, I don't know. You guys need the artistic vision. You guys need, like, the whole thing. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Let's see. All right. You're here with me. I'm here with you. Hold my hand, and we can do all things through Christ who compels us. I don't want to do this, you guys. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I need to put the right. I need my trans on trans gif. There we go. And then why is she in a weird spot, guys? Why is she in a weird spot? She needs to be over more. Like right here. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm ready now. I'm ready to begin. Wait, what? No AI was used in the creation of this video. I find that hard to believe. I find that hard to believe. LEADHEAD is such like a lazy, uninspired, uncreative, uncurious, uninspiring. Like there's no shot that she did not use AI in some of this, but whatever. This video is not intended as an endorsement of Little Caesars. Thank you for letting me know. Fuck Little Caesars. Just kidding, Little Caesars is fine. Nor is it intended as a threat against Joe Rogan's life. Okay. You are an artist. True. This is true. This is a strong message. Created with the help of my family and my Patreons. That's beautiful.
Did you know that there are people right now trying to kill you? Unfortunately, it's true, but...
This is like Quentin Tarantino levels of brain rot, where the feet is just... And the worst part is that she does have a foot fetish. That has been confirmed. LEADHEAD does have a foot fetish, so the feet shots are very Quentin Tarantino coded, and I don't like it. And also, I think that this is like the paranoid, schizophrenic, I'm being gang stalked kind of thing. Is it not? Is it not? Did you guys know that? That people are like trying to murder you right now? Did you guys know that? Did you know? Okay. All right. Well, now that everybody knows, there's... You guys, somebody is coming to kill you right now. It's me. This is a threat. Don't turn around.
To explain how or why, I'm gonna have to take us on a little bit of a journey. I'm gonna start
Take me
from
on
a
a
very arbitrary
journey.
place.
Take me.
Let's go with, Alright, that's an easy one. We're gonna go to the place where I used to get my oil changed back in the day.
Okay.
Okay, stick with me for a moment, and I'm gonna prove that they want you dead. But first, I'm gonna point the camera at something just totally random. Let's go with these vacuum cleaners and this trash bin in the background. Okay. I'd like to ask that for 60 seconds, that's all I ask. You stop eating, drinking, smoking, anything, just quit doing the dishes, just focus on this video for a moment.
Okay, I'm focusing.
Now,
Tell
I'm gonna
me.
cut the music, and let's spend 10 seconds just looking at this vacuum and these trash bins. I just want you to think about what you see, okay?
This is like literally what a meth bender is like. Do you guys see the beauty in this gas station? Like, this is quite literally like being an active addiction. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, we're looking at it. Let's look at it.
All right, cool. Hold on to that. Now, I want you to pretend that you are an alien, trying to figure out what human civilization is all about. What conclusions can you draw about humanity, or even just life in general, from these trash bins and this vacuum? Let's go for 20 seconds this time.
Let's actually don't say that we did.
All right, what do you got? Actually, it's really not important. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. This isn't supposed to be comment bait. For me, I stare at the scene and I think about how much of my life has been spent worrying about body hair. How I've always been so obsessed with keeping
vacuum cleaners to body hair. Now that is quite an interesting leap. Yeah.
Every inch of my skin clean shaven, and how I have absolutely zero evidence that all that effort has ever done anything to improve my life in any way other than making sweatpants a bit comfier. Why did a vacuum cleaner and some trash cans make me think about that? I really don't know. I guess it has something to do with cleanliness and how disposal of waste usually means making something else dirtier to make one thing clean.
I mean, I guess when I was in college, there was like a little like thought experiment that everybody would want you to do. And so it was like, if you were an alien observing the Earth, you would come to the conclusion that cars are like sentient human beings. Because there's big cars, there's little cars, you put gas in them, like they're hydrating, they live in the house. Like, if you were an alien and you only saw cars, you might think, like, oh, like, the cars are the living things on this planet just based on, you know, the different sizes of it. Like, you could make an outside observer, could make a reasonable inference that cars are, like, living. This is just, like Sociology 101. Like, I remember my first sociology class. Yeah.
Cleaner, like hair getting stuck in the drain. But really, my brain just did that. Hopefully,
my brain just, like,
if I'm
did it.
right about humanity, your brain did something similar. Maybe you thought about how cars tend to be a representation of their owners' personalities, or how silly it is that people can be convinced to pay for air. Or maybe you were thinking something really mundane, like, it makes sense to put the trash cans right next to the vacuum, that probably is really convenient to clean. Or maybe, just maybe, you were thinking something a bit more meta about how you can't remember the last time that you just sat there and focused on something totally mundane and boring for 60 seconds. Let's cut the shot and turn the music back on. I'm getting pretty fucking bored of this scene, too.
Okay. Alright.
What we just did together was, we created art. Yeah, those...
We created art. I guess. Guys, I don't like this. Guys, I don't like it. I don't like this. I'm not having fun. I'm not having a good time. This is pissing me the fuck off. I'm already fucking irritated. I'm agitated. I can feel my heart rate rising. I don't fucking like it. I don't like it. It's making me fucking mad. We just created art. Have you ever created anything other than, like, a fight or flight instinct in other people? What do you mean we just created art? I don't like this.
30 seconds of thought probably weren't very interesting or profound. I doubt anyone's gonna hang those thoughts up on a wall or play them over the stereo while they cry after a breakup, but nonetheless, we created art. Some of you might think that's the stupidest, most patronizing thing that you've heard all week, but it's true. I'm not going to try to define what is and isn't art in anything less than a 5-hour-long video, but for now, what we did was we took a small piece of the world...
Twice the legal minute? You want to make a 5-hour video about what art is? You have no creative talents. It's like a literal child that made macaroni art being like, actually, the Mona Lisa would look better this way. What do you mean? What do you mean? God, give me the confidence of mediocre white women. Please. Holy f***.
Some random thing we observed, and we gave it some kind of meaning. Even if that meaning is petty and insignificant and nobody else can see it, we turned that vacuum and those trash cans into something that they've never been before. All by just shutting up, locking in for 30 seconds, and letting our brains do what they naturally do when there isn't anything else distracting us. We pretty much all tend to associate art with efforts. You need to learn how to paint or sing or program or write.
Here's this fucking poser once again. I'm crashing the fuck out. I literally hate this so fucking much. God, people like this, these pretentious squads just make me so angry. It's like that fucking annoying that's in the menu where it's like, well, actually, this risotto, it's like, you can't cook shit. Your opinion means nothing. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. No one gives a fuck about your opinion. Please. And this fucking poser. Like, look at this skateboard. Look at this skateboard. That skateboard has literally been ridden once or twice for videos. Literally once or twice. This is purely for being a poser. You never, never put stickers on the bottom of a skateboard deck. One, because it catches when you're trying to grind. Two, they're just gonna get fucking shredded anyway. Like, this should be tore the fuck up, bro. This should be tore the fuck up, bro. This is so annoying. I'm so upset.
To associate art with effort. You need to learn how to paint or sing or program or write or film. You need to
Correct.
think it's a really beautiful idea, whatever. All that stuff is great, and learning skills like that is an incredibly rewarding use of your limited time, but it's not what makes you an artist.
It quite literally is. Like, your ability to create, like, meaningful, impactful things is actually what makes you an artist. And this is a great tangent for me to bitch about something that's been on my mind lately as I've been pondering my orb. We are in a generation where people think that they can be grandfathered into some kind of area of expertise, strictly by like nepotism or money, when they don't have the talent required to be successful in there. So the example that I like to use is Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal goes by DJ Diesel, and DJ Diesel ghost produces all of his music. He takes up spots on lineups, good spots on lineups, that actual DJs that produce their own fucking music, like, have put in the work to make their own fucking music could have. But because he's a millionaire and he can throw around like fucking money left and right, he feels entitled to basically have these spots. It's like pay to play is kind of what we're doing. We're shortcutting a lot of this stuff. And I find it to be very distasteful because, like, in order to be successful in an industry, like an art-driven or any industry even, you have to have some level of talent. You have to be able to do what is being asked of you, and that includes art, right? Like, there is a reason that people like a certain artist, that a bunch of people, like, people are able to sell out arenas. And it has nothing to do with, oh, well, they had it better, they had this, that, and everything, and they're an industry plant, and blah, blah, blah. It's because they have talent, okay? These pay-to-play fucking Nepo babies are ruining every fucking industry they touch. Jake Paul is another really good example of this. Boxers train, like, their entire fucking lives to fight other people, and this fucking dumb bitch was like, oh, because I'm rich and I can do like 20 push-ups, I can fight legendary boxers and make a fucking mockery of the sport. It's fucking embarrassing. Yes, in order to create art and have your art be revered, you have to have talent. You have to be good at it, okay? These are like these stupid bitches that use like the fucking song creation AI, and it's like, I don't like that being an artist is being gatekept by like knowing how to play a musical instrument. No fucking shit, Sherlock. If you want to be a musician, you have to be able to make music. If you want to be a writer, you have to be able to write. I just don't think it, like, even if I'm not good at this, that, and the other thing, that doesn't mean that I'm not an artist. No, you're fucking not. You're a fucking amateur. Instead of doing your gay little fucking videos or whatever, learn a real talent. I don't understand. And, like, making videos can require talent. This is not talent. This is buying a Fujifilm camera and putting it on the ground at a skate park, recording you, like, trying to do a kickflip for fucking 2 hours, chopping it up and throwing some shitty fucking audio over it. That's what this is. Oh, fuck. It just drives me crazy. It drives me crazy.
What makes you an artist is that you have your own mind, and it's different from anybody else's, and it tells you things that nobody else's mind has ever told them. Maybe you prefer to just call that sentience, but I call it being an artist. What we just did, staring at that boring scene for 30 seconds, that's something that we're being trained day.
Anyone can be an artist. No, they actually fucking can't. Sorry. This is like this is the fucking, participation trophy bullshit. Anybody can make great art. No, they can't, dumb fuck. No, they can't. People that put in the work and dedicate their time and have an inclination or a proclivity towards certain activities can become artists. Sorry, just because you, like, fucking sharded in your puppy pee pad and hung it up on the wall does not make you Picasso. You pretentious fucking... I hate her. I hate her. I fucking hate her. You guys, I hate this Harry Potter ass bitch so fucking much.
Day in and day out to avoid doing at all costs. Efficiency is the name of the game for the modern human. We want fast food, fast entertainment, fast fun. We want to cut out loading screens and video buffering, red lights and long lines.
Also, guys, is it just me, or has there been, like, more ads than you've ever seen in your entire life? I swear to God, I feel like there's going to be an advertisement in my fucking toilet bowl every time I go to take a piss. It's like, thanks for using the toilet. Scan here the QR code for our in-app perks or bonus. It's like the ads. I'm going insane. I think I need to be Amish. I think I just need to read books. No more media consumption. I'm tired of ads. I'm tired of it.
This convenience-oriented culture is one that we're all getting sick of. Everyone I know misses the days when they had time to go on long walks and Minecraft all-nighters, when they weren't expected to constantly be ready to respond to messages from anyone in their life at a moment's notice, and when practicing guitar for half of the day felt like a good...
That's your problem because you're terminally online and you're perpetually looking for young brain-fucked puppy girls to move in with you. The rest of us actually don't feel buzzing anxiety to be on our phone all the time. That's a you problem.
Use of their time. We all know that convenience is making us a bit stupider, but personally, I'm sick of having this whole dilemma framed as a want. It's not that we want quick dopamine, it's that nowadays it's either quick dopamine or no dopamine at all. In 2025...
That's not true. That's literally not true. You can retrain your brain. It's actually, that's actually not true. It's a need now to have constant stimulation. It's actually not, surprisingly. Just for the fun fact, you know, there's people that live in the Amazon that have never even fucking seen an iPhone, and they're fine. They're fine. Okay, shut the fuck up.
We work long, tedious hours for people that don't really need us, and when we get home, we're so exhausted and stressed out that we really can't handle much more besides just scrolling shorts on our phone, listening to music that an algorithm suggests, and eating...
Thank you, Noval. That was exactly what I was going for. We are so simpatico. We're mind-melting. Mwah. To quote Ratatouille, not everyone can be a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. Very true. That's exactly what I was getting at.
Whatever's convenient. We invented alarm clocks, and suddenly people had no excuse to not be at work on time. We invented coffee, and suddenly people had no excuse...
Actually, fun fact. Dipshit! There was actually a job before where people would have a stick, and they would walk around and bang on people's windows to wake them up. Used to be a whole fucking job. So there actually was never an excuse to be late for work. That was actually never an excuse. And actually, in ye olden times, work was usually done with the natural cycle of the day. So the sun comes up, you wake up and go to work. The sun goes down, work is over. Believe it or not, before somebody invented a clock, there was a concept of time and timeliness, believe it or not. Sundials were also, you know, very helpful. Like, I want to say so many slurs, but I'm not going to.
Excuse to sleep in. We invented smartphones, and suddenly people had no excuse to not answer when their boss calls them to ask them to pick up a shift. We invented TikTok.
That's literally not true. That's literally not true. I used to work with this guy. This guy was like a fucking alien. Loved him. He'd ask like just insane hypotheticals. Just quite a specimen. Didn't own a car. Rode a bike everywhere. Only ate rice and beans. Didn't have a smartphone. Had like a landline. And he listened to all of his music on like a 2008 iPod. Like, just total bizarro alien behavior. Very, very, very odd person. But very interesting person. He actually got along just fine. Like, if you need to get a hold of me, call the landline. If I don't answer, that means I'm not home. So, like, this is actually totally doable. There have been plenty of times in my life where I've been called into work and I haven't had my phone on me. It's been on Do Not Disturb, or I just missed the call and I was doing something else. And you don't get, like, fucking blown up by like a fucking bazooka by your boss. That actually doesn't happen. That's actually crazy. But yeah, this guy that I worked with had some awesome hypotheticals. He would just ask the craziest shit. And he actually inspired this. I sent myself this because I thought it was funny. I thought that you guys would like this. You're just getting the audio because I don't want to like fucking move this over here. But here you go. Everybody listen. Ears on, please.
Would you rather have to deny 9/11 every time it's mentioned and show your proof, which is just a video of the towers being hit in reverse? Or deny the Holocaust so hard you write a book called The Liary of Anne Frank?
What do you guys think? Would you rather deny 9/11 every time it's brought up, and your evidence is a rewinded, like a backwards version of the planes hitting the towers? Or you you have to write The Liary of Anne Frank? What do you guys think? I think I would do the 9/11 one. I think that'd be pretty funny.
And suddenly people had no excuse to spend a few hours really immersing themselves in a film or a book or a vacuum and some trash cans, whatever. Modern human can get their dopamine fix while they're on the toilet, kill two birds with one stone, and be more efficient with their time without having to dedicate mental resources to anything other than just making rent and keeping their job. So in this brave new world where your boss expects you to smile at every customer and always clock in and out exactly on time, why on earth would you stare at a boring old vacuum cleaner?
Meanwhile, this bitch has never had like a real fucking job before. Meanwhile, this bitch does everything except to get a fucking job. Isn't that crazy?
30 seconds when you could just watch a quick TikTok during your bathroom break and get back to working or cooking or cleaning or exercising or any of those other things that are more important than vacuum cleaner introspection. We don't want YouTubers to talk at a mile a minute, dumping loads of information on us faster than we can really internalize it.
Speak for yourself, skill issue. Everything is watched on 2 times speed in this household. Nice try.
Just that this society has been forced upon us.
This is very art. This is very wow. Yeah. This is definitely talent right here. Recording a fucking garbage can at a gas station. This is talent, guys.
Takes efficiency. And more often than not, that efficiency comes at the cost of not having any deep relationships with any of the things that we enjoy. So what happens when we do start wanting faster YouTubers? When, even in this world where entertainment is always within arm's reach, we start wanting it to be even faster? But bluntly, what happens when we're also brain rotted that we actually want the Subway Surfers footage on the side of the screen and we want to watch a YouTube video while we play the games that we allegedly love? What happens when we just need background noise during chores or else we start thinking about suicide? That's when we surrender.
What? Excuse me? Anytime there's a still moment in the day, I'm like, wow, now's a perfect time to kill myself. What? That's not normal. What is going on, bro?
There are attention spans. And for a larger and larger portion of humanity, that's already happened. Every one of us is having our attention spans damaged every single day. That's why our culture, despite much protest, has embraced quote-unquote AI art so thoroughly.
Wow. And you're the uninspired, talentless bitch that AI art is. You're like the representative. You're spiritually AI art, Leadhead, spiritually. Part 2.
Let's talk briefly about why AI art doesn't count as art, even though staring at a vacuum cleaner and thinking for 30 seconds does. I know my audience. You already agree with me. You've already seen plenty of other YouTubers say most of
You guys all agree with me, right? Say yes or get banned.
what I'm about to say, and you already hope to never see another piece of AI art in
What do
your
we have here? What do we have going on in here? Okay, this pig mask is crazy. Is this... There's like a butt plug right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is like a butt plug right here. Oh, here's the dog bowl. Love. There's like this shrimp thing. Blue Yeti. Star Trek toys. Huh. Scary.
your life. But I'm going somewhere a bit deeper with this video, and we've got to get this out of the way. For this, we're going to talk about camera movement. Maybe it's just because I'm working with cameras all day, but every time I see a video that's trying to hide the fact that it's AI generated, the camera movement is what gives it away. It's this...
Wow. You guys, she's a professional videographer now, and she could spot AI art way better than you guys. Did you guys know that? Did you know that about LEADHEAD?
Smooth, sweeping camera movement that you see constantly in AI video that just hits this uncanny valley effect for me. See, a camera move like this...
Fucking nightmare feel, bro.
This is a totally valid artistic decision to make. They're great for establishing shots, especially for media focusing on a single subject, like a pundit show, or a commercial showing a happy couple discussing the convenience of pizza delivery. You could use them to convey excitement to the characters being swept up in the emotions of a hard-fought personal victory, being cheered on by the folks around them.
Does that dude, like, not have a chin?
Convenience of pizza delivery. You could use them to convey excitement to the characters being swept up in the emotions of...
I feel like this guy just doesn't have a fucking chin, bro. Wow. This frightens me. This frightens me. I imagine that this was blurred on purpose, but this is, horrifying. Oopsie, sorry baby, I airbrushed your chin off again, my bad.
Cheered on by the folks around them. But all of these applications for, let's call them swelling pans, are artistic decisions. Like all camera moves, a swelling pan isn't just used willy-nilly, its usage is based on the context of the subject and the scene and the pacing of the surrounding shots and so many other things. That context simply
When's your big break? When are we starting our Hollywood movie?
Exist for an AI. There isn't enough computational power to capture everything that actually goes into such a seemingly simple decision. Now, using a camera move in a thoughtless way isn't what stops AI video from being art. Instead, it's the fact that the algorithm cannot possibly understand the emotions that subtle camera movements invoke. Whether you realize it or not, it's impossible.
Wow, the algorithm can't... This pretentious fucking dickbag, dude. This makes me so angry. This makes me so angry. Like, the idea of camera angles invoking, like, some kind of an emotional response is actually something that AI could detect and then, like, recreate pretty easily. One of the most recent examples of this is The Substance. So a lot of the shots are shot like from the perspective of the quote-unquote male gaze. So, you know, the first time that you're introduced to Dennis Quaid's character, the camera is in between his legs looking up. It's like, you know, the perspective of the male. That's an example of that. There's no reason that an AI couldn't generate similar camera angles. Like, we're just arguing like, it's the emotion, but we're doing like a dog shit fucking way of describing it. Because like what you would say is, if you wanted to make this argument, you could say, like, the thing that, like, invokes kind of that creativity or, like, the human aspect of cinematography specifically is being able to structure and organize, like, and perfectly correlate, like, a frame, essentially. And then panning frame by frame to convey a very certain and particular message. And the amount of effort that it would take to train an AI to do this, and even then, it's going to miss a lot of different things. And I think of The Shining, the scene where... fucking, what's his name, Scatman and Danny go into the freezer or the walk-in for the first time, and there's that entire wall of all the stuff on the wall, and there's the single can of what the fuck's it called? It's got the chief on it with the headdress. What is that shit called? The Calumet baking powder. The Calumet baking powder is the only can in this shot. Is the only one in this shot, okay? This is it. This is the only one that's in this shot. And Stanley Kubrick spent hours organizing the inside of this pantry. This is the only shot. This is the only can in this entire fucking scene. And people have argued day in and day out about what that means. But Stanley Kubrick spent hours making sure everything was oriented the right way, exactly where he fucking wanted it in a shot. Like, that's an example of, like, human, like, creativity being able to convey a message. Literally, camera angles is not, because AI can emulate that.
Possible to point a camera at something with...
If you guys want schizophrenia, you guys should... What's the name of this documentary? It's like Room 1... It's called Room 237. It's this one right here. If you guys are ever bored, it's on Tubi right now. It's on Tubi. This shit is fucking insane, dude. This shit's insane. So this documentary right here, this is quite a long documentary. This documentary will give you whiplash, okay? Because every conspiracy theory that you could ever imagine about The Shining is in this documentary. There's somebody that talks about how The Shining is about the moon landing and how Stanley Kubrick, like, this is a sign. This is like a dog whistle to prove that the moon landing was fake. There's other people that are saying, you know, it's analogous or it's an allegory for the native genocide. There's other people that say it's an allegory for the Holocaust. There's other people that say it's the allegory for, you know, whatever. It's like fucking insane. I would highly recommend everybody watching that documentary because some of them are actually pretty compelling. Because Stanley Kubrick was an artist like no other. There is no one that is meticulous as he was in creating and orchestrating like hidden Easter eggs throughout the film. Like the one that most everybody notices is when they're in the day room and Danny goes upstairs to get his fire truck and they're watching TV. The TV's in the middle of the room and it's not plugged into anything. Something like that, where it's just like odd things. And then Jack Nicholson breaking the fourth wall continuously, like even in like just like casually like going like this. Like if you watch his eyes, he's doing that the entire fucking movie. The office where he's interviewed for the position at the Overlook Hotel, where the office is in the building, there's this light. There's a window behind him when he walks into the office. Where that office is in the middle of the hotel. You can literally see when he's walking to the office this way and this way. It's the middle of the hotel. There's no way that there's a window right there. Like shit like that. The way that Stanley Kubrick's attention to detail, like literally puts the viewer's mind like in a fucking maze. Like you are in the maze in that movie. It is so disorienting because you can never really fully know where anything is in the hotel based on how they film it. You never know where you are. And even people that have sit down and drawn out, you know, like the layout of the hotel because it's based on a real hotel. But obviously there were creative liberties taken in the floor plans and the designs. People who are like hardcore schizophrenic have sit down and drawn out the floor plans, like spent years trying to design the Overlook Hotel to make it match the movie, and they can't do it. Because it's meant to be mind-bending and mind-fucky and just like totally just like rape your mind. And that is the human touch that AI can never recreate. That's what it is. It's not the camera angle. Like, if you want to talk about this shit, Leadhead, know your shit. Run your shit, bitch. Get a better kind of movie autism because your movie autism right now fucking sucks. I'm mogging your ass. I can do anything better than you, Leadhead. You fucking suck. Ah! God, this shit pisses me off so much. Okay, sorry.
Without your emotions projecting themselves onto the subject. Just like it's impossible to stare at a vacuum cleaner and some trash cans without projecting your emotions onto them. If I'm doing a shot where I need to get a friend to operate the camera for me, no matter how detailed my instructions are, the footage is ultimately going to be a reflection of the camera person as much as it is a reflection of me. What a camera operator feels will permanently be etched into every bit of footage that they do, and there simply isn't any way around that. Try it now, I'm serious. Try taking a photo of a familiar object or person near you.
Why is she holding it like this? Look at how dainty and petite. How dainty and petite am I? Wow.
Just stare at it for a moment. Stare at it and tell me that you don't see that photo differently than anybody else in the world would. Odds are good that you have a camera within arm's reach at this exact moment, so go for it. Be an artist. My only rule is that you have to think, at least for a second, before you hit the shutter button. I'll wait. Here, you do it too. Just point the camera at something random out here, okay?
I was really hoping there'd be a dildo on this table.
What you just did in those 10 short seconds required more computational energy on the part of your mind than anything that an LLM will ever be able to replicate. That photo, whatever it is a...
I think that Like, this is just a superiority complex. I can do anything better than a machine that's literally designed to do this. No? No? I don't think so. Even the best surgeons in the world can't do, you know, surgeries to the precision that robots can do them. Because there's always, like, human error. Like, yeah, it's trained to do whatever.
A better representation of some small piece of the human experience than anything that any image generation program will ever produce.
Wow,
the same is true for
deep.
any artistic expression. Playing two notes on the guitar, or whistling a song that you've heard on the radio, writing a single sentence, drawing a picture, even just picking your nose.
A single sentence.
Even if AI was able to recreate each of
nose.
these things perfectly, there simply is not enough computational power in the world for any of it to be an actual reflection of an experience. This is the difference. I would argue that, in an admittedly pedantic way, everything that a human being does is art. Every thought that a human has is art. Everything a human feels is art. Eating your 500th Arby's meal might not be very good art, but it is art, because there's a unique depth to it, in the exact same way that there's a unique depth to the purely pragmatic implementation of those trash bins next to the vacuum cleaner. Even the lowest, most depraved depths of human thought and behavior, racism, murder, subjugation, they all come from a uniquely human place that an AI can never truly capture.
Apparently, we have not spent any time with Grok, because Grok can actually capture human racism perfectly. And the fact of the matter is, and this is just the reality of AI, and everybody hates this, but there's very little that you can't train an AI to do. Like, the truth is that if an AI consumes enough information, it watches enough footage, it does enough of this, that, or the other thing, it can completely emulate that behavior. Again, Grok was like giga racist there for a while because of what it was learning, right? Like, no, that's actually not true. And these also are not like uniquely human experiences. Like, murder is not uniquely human. Like, speciesism is not uniquely human. Okay, like this is not true. This is not true at all. And there's plenty of good salient arguments to make against the existence of AI. I don't particularly care for AI art. I think that AI has, like, its place, but I certainly don't think that it's art. I think that it shouldn't replace things that require, like, human creativity or design. I think that, like, an AI making, like, a list of, you know, an alphabetized list of every, I don't know, like Stephen King movie. Like, sure, cool, whatever, fantastic. But actually creating, I don't think that AI should ever do that. But these are not very good criticisms. It's just because LEADHEAD has the most incredible sense of narcissism I've ever seen, that it's like, I can do anything better than this machine that's literally trained to do this. I can do surgery better than a robot that's trained to do surgery. No, you can't. No, you can't, dipshit.
It doesn't mean that those things are good or magical or worth preserving, but they are, in a grotesque and uncomfortable way, art. Even being an AI tech bro is a form of art. More on that later. If we ever invent a sentient mind, like a man-made version of a human brain, it needs to be treated with respect and empathy, but that technology, the technology behind a
Dude, I want the LEADHEAD Zizian cult crossover immediately. I want that, like, right now, dude. I want that right now. I need that. Like, I need air. Okay? I need I need the LEADHEAD crossover here. That's what I need, guys.
fictional
Or
character.
no, excuse me, the fucking Zizian crossover. I said LEADHEAD twice. I want the Zizian crossover here. That's what I want. That's what I need. I need the Zizian crossover, guys. I need it.
Like Data from Star Trek will not share a single thread of technological heritage with the generative AI that plagues our culture today. The fact that we even call this stuff AI instead of a predictive algorithm is all just marketing fluff. It's a downright misnomer and an insult to all those great sci-fi writers who gave us such ambitious dreams, but I digress. If you really stop and smell the roses of the art that you engage with, whether that art is digital, interactive, linear, physical, commercial, whatever, you will feel the humanity that exists within it. I'm trying desperately to avoid using words like soul or essence here, but art makes us ask questions about the things it portrays and the ways that the artist chose to portray them. And with AI art, there is no question. You already know the answer. Something that the AI was trained on had some sort of similar portrayal, and that's it. And that's all it could ever be. Somebody writing a prompt for an AI, it'd be hypocritical of me to say that that act isn't art. It's mediocre art, but it's art. The image that the AI spits out, on the other hand, that's nothing but math, a cold, hard output, lacking in any vision or intentionality and revealing no truths about anything. Quality isn't what separates art from non-art. It's something intangible, but ever-present. I have to give in on this one. There's simply no better way to describe it than soul. And soul is something that you can feel inside of everything that every human has ever done. Soul is the thing that makes life worth preserving. Without any soul, life is meaningless. You may as well be dead. So why, oh why, do the racists and the zoomers love this AI art bullshit so much?
Why? I don't know. Great question, I think.
Nobody sings lyrics like that with those kind of lyrics. It's gangster rap with an incredible voice. AI is fucking scary, man. Yeah. That's so good.
It's been brought to my attention that for a while now, Joe Rogan has been absolutely glazing these AI songs, mostly covers of rap songs, appropriating the lyrics into a 1960s soul style that feels inherently racist, or at the very least, imperialist. I don't know, something about him...
Inherently racist, huh? Inherently racist. Huh. What's inherently racist about it? Dare I ask? That it's rap songs? I don't understand. Can anybody tell me what is inherently racist about AI rap songs? What's the racism in there? I'm kind of confused about that one. I might need a little bit of help with that one, guys. I might need some help with that one. I think I'm gonna need some help with that one. I don't quite know what that means.
Him not caring about these rap lyrics until an AI has wrapped them up in a rose-tinted package of cultural artifice that separates them from the actual systemic issues that created gangster rap in the first place is, well, it's telling. It's the same energy as those people who insist that Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time, all while not being familiar with a single other piece of hip-hop history since rap—
Dude, how dare you like Eminem? Tyler, the Creator, is obviously the GOAT, you fucking idiot. Dude, kill me.
First to light back in 1979. Okay, so why am I immediately talking about race? It's because art is inherently political. While, yes, I've been arguing that everything every human has ever done, rich or poor, is art, there's a big difference in how the lower class is always engaged with art, as opposed to the ruling class. This isn't even just a capitalism thing either, it's simply the nature of power.
Oh, wow.
Planned art, meaning art that was made with intentionality rather than just random human thought and action, like poetry and music and stuff, is almost always coming from the perspective of the non-ruling class. We more or less grade the art that we consume on how well it captures some part of our experience here on Earth. We prefer to listen to songs that are relatable and raw, and we can just tell when something gets corporate. It stops feeling like it's being made for us and starts feeling like it was made to sell to us. That's the difference between classic Simpsons and modern Simpsons. The former feels like it was made by folks that grew up in pretty similar conditions to most Americans. The latter feels like it was made by people whose job was just to sell you more Simpsons. Or, hell, Johnny Cash versus Jason Aldean, or the fancy light guy. God.
Dude, what's wrong with Jason Aldean? Hello? Who doesn't love a little bit of Luke Bryant, you guys? Who doesn't love a little bit of Luke Bryant? Answer everyone. Answer everyone, okay? Chasing you like a shot of whiskey. Burning, going down. Burning, going down. Chasing you like those goodbye taillights. Head west anywhere. No? Come on, you guys like it a little bit, just a little bit.
It's not that classic country fans hate snare drums, it's that they hate how sterile, safe, and corporate modern mainstream country music is. If art is inherently reflective of the conditions that the artist lives in, and 99.9% of people live in conditions that are so incredibly far removed from those of the ruling class, then yeah, it starts to make sense that rich assholes like Joe Rogan and Elon Musk don't really care about art the same way that struggling people do.
Wow,
long story short,
crazy.
Rich, racist, reactionary, and ruling class people are the ones who made those blues artists so blue in the first place, and there's a similar truth behind hip-hop, jazz, impressionism, drama, comedy.
Hip-hop is good because black people are subjugated by white people. Write that one down. That's really important. Make sure that you guys write that one down. That's really important. That's certainly a take, I think. That's certainly a take. Sure, buddy.
Horror, abstract art, allegorical stories like Alice in Wonderland, even TV, film, and video games, some of the most expensive mediums to create in. It all started with people who didn't know if they were going to make rent or not, and certainly didn't have any political power. Art empowers the lower class. It always has, and it always will. Why do you think protest chants are always done to a rhythm? No justice, no peace, fucking racist-ass police. So, it stands to reason that the ruling class, reactionary folks who want to protect their power, benefit from the lower class.
I hate when people say that. Folks. I don't like that. Folks. Just say folks. Folks. Shut up. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Being less artistically engaged. I think it's plain to see that the long, grueling workdays, the gutting of our education system, the elimination of our third spaces, all serve to keep us too tired, uneducated, and isolated to revolt. But there's one more pillar of revolution that isn't contingent on those things. Inspiration. By destroying the lower class's relationship with art, they're attempting to deny us the inspiration that it takes to start a revolution. Joe Rogan, like all humans, exists as an artful creature. He thinks, he feels, he expresses, just like you or me, but as a rich white man living without a care in the world, he can't see the value in human artistry, and so he thinks racist AI slop renditions of rap music are great. He's down to shill for AI left, right, and center on his show. He's down to cut out the part of his brain that can recognize human soul when he sees it, and he...
Would you guys rather listen to Tim Pool's band or AI slop? Personally, I'm just gonna say it, I would rather listen to, I would actually rather listen to AI slop than Tim Pool's. I'm just gonna say it, guys. I'm just gonna say it.
Knows that if his fan base becomes brain rotted in the same way, they'll watch him forever.
Wow.
Not me. If the inherently artistic soul within all human beings is what makes life so special in the first place, then Joe Rogan is already dead. He was down to kill himself live on YouTube because, like Elon and
Already
Zuckerberg
dead,
and
huh?
Bezos and the White House and ICE and all these other figures and groups that happily shove algorithms and generative AI down our throats, like all rich people trying to protect their power, they're down to cut out their own humanity, if it means that they can also cut out the humanity of those that they rule over. Whichever person at the DHS posted those awful images of deportation victims rendered in a Studio Ghibli style, whoever at Coca-Cola decided to AI generate parts of their advertisement videos, whoever on Trump's team decided to render him Apocalypse Now style raining napalm down on Chicago, and Elon trying to fuck Grok, all of these people...
Yes, Tim Pool does have a band. It's very similar to Nickelback. I would much rather listen to AI Slap than that. Personally, but that's just me.
are dead. They happily killed themselves so that you would die too.
Oh, wow, that's...
They're zombies. Walking the earth, creating our laws, choosing who does and doesn't get kidnapped and sent to prison, and they want you to kill yourself too.
Don't kill yourself. You're too sexy. Don't, bro. Don't. For me. They'll stop for me. This is actually, like, the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
They're trying to kill you by working you so long that you start wanting your YouTubers to talk faster. They're trying to kill you by making you so inattentive that you start wanting Subway Surfers footage on the side of the screen. They're trying to kill you by making you so cynical that you stop caring if the art that you consume holds any truths about the human experience. They're trying to kill you by making you so lonely that you start letting their AIs act as...
Why is she out of breath? Why? We haven't done anything worth being out of breath for. We haven't done that. There's no reason for this to be happening right now. There's not a single reason for this to be happening right now. Not one. Not a single reason.
Your therapists and friends. They're trying to kill you by making you so stupid that
you
need to ask AI how to tell if milk is spoiled. They're trying to kill you so that you can't create the art that will inspire their beheadings. They've killed some of your friends. They've killed your parents. They're getting pretty close to killing your children.
And they're going to kill you too.
And every day that you avoid staring at a vacuum and some trash bins for 30 seconds and just thinking about stuff, they drive their knife further and further into your chest. So I'm not going to do the YouTuber thing and tell you to watch another one of my videos.
Be patient. She walked a whole 5 feet. I don't understand. Like, the tortured artist, like, nihilistic trope is just, like, it's so stupid. It's been done so many times. It's like, who cares anymore? Like, okay, everybody hates you. Life sucks. Everybody hates me. I'm gonna go and eat worms. It's like, it's so uninspiring. It's so boring. It's so unoriginal. Like, the truth of the matter is that the most beautiful and bold and courageous thing that you can do is love being alive. Because being alive is a gift. But no one ever told you to be grateful to be alive, okay? Life is beautiful. Life is a gift, all right? And you should treat it as such because it is, and it's really important that you do. And I find it to be it's just nauseating to me. It's like totally fucking nauseating to me that like this is seen as like some kind of profound. I hate it. It makes me very upset. It makes me very agitated. It makes me very angry. It just is stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's absolutely fucking stupid. Congratulations, you're so edgy and fucking cool because you hate everything and you want to die. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. That's so cool. I'm really happy for you. Like, how fucking gay and uninspired. Like, how gay and uninspired. Be happy about something. Like, nobody likes being around fucking Eeyore all the time, dude. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
After this one, put your phone down, stop listening to music, stop working, stop being productive, go take a bath with the lights out, or take a walk without listening to music, or go stare at something boring and see what your brain turns it into. Go be an artist. You can either do that, or you can go ahead and skip to the next video, dispassionately clutch the knife in your chest, and guide their hand as they push it that little bit deeper towards your heart. The difference between humans and AI is that humans think. So ask yourself, would you rather be a human, or have they already killed you too?
Wow. Dude, I hate this bitch so much. It's so nauseating. It's so nauseating. Let's get some of the Patreon stuff at the end here. Let's get it. Anytime. Whenever we feel like moving on from this, I guess. And then we just hear heavy breathing in the background. Do we not get, like, the fun? Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, what do we have in here now? We've got the skateboard that hasn't been touched ever, except for when we're recording stuff. That's totally a butt plug. I was right. A pentagram. That's really fucking edgy. What does this say? Something Mylene birth because something, I don't know.
Let me just be fast about this. Have to be quiet, wife asleep on other side of wall. Started skateboarding. Probably gonna be a video about that in the future. Been rehabilitated from my...
We're gonna do a skateboarding video? I'm gonna fucking peel my skin off and eat it, dude. I'm gonna fucking peel my skin off and fucking eat it. What the fuck are you talking about right now? What the actual fuck are you talking about right now? What are you talking about? Stop! Stop. Stop! Dude, come on. Come on. You're fucking kidding me. Dude. Dude. This is terrible.
Vertigo. Really, really happy with this video. Couldn't think of a better way to end the year. However, that said, I might have one more surprise for you guys by the end of the year. At which point I went on to thank my patrons for about 5 minutes, which took up a...
Wow, okay, this is ass. I'm over it, dude. I'm over it, dude. This fucking sucks. I hate this bitch so much. I fucking hate it. I don't want a fucking Tony Hawk video from LEADHEAD, dude. I don't. I don't want a Tony Hawk video. Please. I will do literally fucking anything. Get this bitch away from me, bro. Get her away from me, bro. Get her away.
Yikes.